Firstly, let's all get this straight. None of us have our mother tongue as English. Agreed? All of us have our own mother tongue. Mine is Tamil. Some of you have Malay. Some of you have Mandarin. Despite that being the case, don't you think today we did a fantastic job
Yeah.
of exhibiting the English language to the best of our ability?
Yeah.
If there was a Caucasian here, he would be ashamed of himself. Because the way you all of us spoke, the way all of you spoke,
I love him. Yeah.
it was amazing. Especially for those of you who have come here from a foreign land and stood up here and spoke with such courage. Honestly, we are a very brave lot of people here. Thank you. Today, I'm going to dissect the evaluation into 5 parts. Acknowledge the use or misuse of the word of the day, the incorrect use of the English language, the beautiful use of the English language. I'll comment a little bit on the pronunciation, and then I'll give you a general overall comment of how I felt today's meeting was. The word of the day. I think all of you have not drunk champagne for a long time, right? Don't carry on champagne. Also desperate to use both the words, right? Ricky, well done. You did both words. Sharath?
Not here.
Look here. Did one of them. Johnson did one of them. Seeing. I see.
Not here.
Here as well. 2 of them. Serena or Serene?
Serene.
Did one of them. Daryl, you used it as an adverb. Fantastic. Implicity.
Oh.
Although you use one of them, I will still give you the champagne. Okay? Providing on my flight. There's a catch there. Vicky used both of them. Now Vicky is
Not here.
I think Vicky is not from Singapore, right? She's from a foreign land, but she tried her best. Can you see? She tried her best to use both the words. Honestly, we should give her a round of applause as well. Ryan used implicit, Benjamin explicit. Sean used as usual. Sean, I think he travels to Singapore very often. He probably tracked me, so he had no choice but to use both the words. Magnus used the word implicit as well. Well done. Now, although it is a very simple word to use, but if you use it in an imaginative way, it can send a very explicit message in an implicit way. Now let's go on to our second part, the use of grammar. Now, although English is not our mother tongue, we sometimes use translations from our mother tongue to expose our presentation in English. That is something that we should disengage from. Like for example, in Tamil, the verb normally comes before the adverb. Right? You all don't know Tamil, so I'm just telling you. Okay? Now, if I superimpose this onto the way I speak English, I would probably not be speaking the correct method of delivering a speech. Agreed? So it's something that we need to tune in
It's
and
just
tune out
realized
of.
that to be a
It's
VP,
something
you
that
have to be a good.
those who have
have
got
a
very
good
good knowledge on their mother tongue need to understand when you're speaking in English.
You won't have
In
the slides,
Chinese also
right?
you have something like that, right?
You won't have the slides,
For
right?
that matter, most of
Slides.
the other languages.
This is
I don't know
also-
about- Where's people from Myanmar? Are you from Myanmar?
Left already.
Vicky,
Huh?
yeah.
It will be interesting to know how they organize their parts of speech. Anyway, parts of speech represents nouns, adverbs, verbs, and adjectives. These are the basic use of the parts of speech. So for example, I noticed as the various committee members were speaking, right, there should be a word that you can coin. Like for example, I'm now going to pass the baton to the next committee member. But each of you used different kinds of connection to the next committee member. So something like this, like for example, use the word, now I pass on. Pass on means you actually passed on to another word, right? So, because sometimes we are here, we panic like there's no tomorrow. What do we do about it? Be like me. Work at 40,000 feet and hope for a turbulent weather. Always have an observation of your surroundings when you're speaking the English language. And this is a very good place, honestly, to endure that turbulence when you're here. Subsidizing. Somebody used the word subsiding. Actually, it's substituting. So again, in the panic to use the word substituting, you actually corrupted the word with something else. Subsidy. Now, last time I was here, last time I was there, maybe we could have a better way of using last time as maybe formally. Last week, Friday. So again here, there was panic involved. So what should we be using? Last Friday. Because it's only last week. So why must you repeat that part of it, right? Now, here is another problem that we face when we speak English. Using S behind a word. Peoples, for example. This is another thing when you translate from your mother tongue. Honestly, it's something that it's natural for us to do it, right? Because we are all Asian and we are able to see that problem of ours, but be aware of it. So try to cut down on that. Me and my family. So normally, what you say, my family and I. Passionate in. Now, you're already so passionate and you're going into it, so it's passionate about or passionate from another point of view, for example, okay? The word lousy, although some of you have used it, it's good that it's used in a speech, but sometimes it's a colloquial way of using the word lousy. So something that you can look at as well. Huh? Very, very plus point. It's only a plus point, but you're repeating. Again, I think there was panic attack here. You know? Allergic to rice or allergy towards rice. Again, something to look at. Okay? Singlish is another mother tongue of ours. We cannot live without it. But when we come up here and speak, unless that speech has a context on English, on Singlish, then you should enact Singlish in your speech. I went for a Toastmasters competition in AIA, and this lady was actually speaking about comparing Singlish with English. Now, in that speech, it's good and proper to use Singlish. Another thing was the use of the R's, the ums, your R counter will later highlight to you. The word okay, that one, this one, and someone actually shush the audience. Never do that. Once you shush the audience will shush you back by leaving this very nice place. Cliches. The word basically was used vehemently. Basically, it's a good feel word, you know. If you cannot add, if you want to say something and you're at that moment unable to say, you quickly go to basically. So try to be aware of that as well. And another one is called alright. Now I'm going to tell you this alright. I'll tell you this as well, alright. I'll tell you something else as well. So this is another cliche that you could move away from. Now, for the beautiful use of the English language, there was many opportunities for me to hear it. Not a responsibility, but a privilege. Wow. Who said that? You say that? Fantastic. You have brought me to another level of feeling.
Oh.
Well done. So, what level are you now? Are you a project what? 6. So, Sean, she can do it project 10 beautifully like you. Yeah? Convince the audience with this. Bright and shiny, sparkling at you. Not only is it bright and shiny, but it continued towards being sparkling. Probably this guy wanted to drink sparkling wine as well. Another name for champagne is sparkling wine. Have a heart for the people. That was something that I felt was very well said. I became the parent of all of you. Another way of showing compassion towards your cause. Is this copyright? Use it in my club? It was like a stampede. I think Sarat was saying about the WhatsApp messages he got.
Yeah, you can
So
see the
another connection
WhatsApp messages.
to situation at hand. Okay, this one is about the level of participation in the club has changed. Not a club, but an institution. Right? Well, my 10 minutes up, is it? Really? Alright. Just a few more, just give me a few minutes more, yeah? Anaphora, or the repetition of the same word. Look at the goal. That was by Sean. He comes in, look at the goal, look at the goal. Sorry, just back. Just missed your key point. A speech that you have given, more often than not, continue giving the speech. Yeah, same word was used again. For crying out loud. Long story short. This one was fantastic. Not corruptible, cleanest, friendliest. You're something totally opposite. I think this is another well-used word. Pronunciation. I like the way someone used the word horrendous, melodious, gestures, enunciation. The word transition was used beautifully. This person used the word transition from the very beginning to the middle to the end. Can you see the way I'm moving as well? This is another thing that the icebreakers could chill out on. Yeah. Finally, humor. Once you have humor in your speech, it is foregone that the person will have unbridled attention of your audience. So try to use humor as much as possible, but then again, like the first two speakers, they're using a bit of trauma, right? Don't use humor there, right? Then the whole effect of your speech is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, well done. I hope I come and listen to more speeches and I get another language evaluator so I can enjoy the speech. Because in a language you've got to focus on saying something logical rather than illogical. I've worked in Singapore Airlines for 25 years and I have a lot of experience in how to connect with people. One of the most important things is deportment and the art of small talk. So if you want more understanding on how to talk to people, you can connect with me as well. I think Sean has got all my information. Because all of you are students now going into this whole new world. There's one key point you need to know. It's called wayang. For the non-Singaporeans, wayang means to put up a front. Whether you like it or not, if you do not know how to wayang in this society, a lot of the effort you have put in getting this degree, this diploma, would have gone to waste. Besides having a degree from Clementi SIM, I have one more degree. It's called a Bachelor of Bullshit. So finally, I like to use this saying. It's very important to have Bachelor of Bullshit, right? Yeah. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Toastmaster.